Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Floss, back again with another video. And today we're going to take a look at the GoPro Hero 7 Black Edition. Now you can pick this up on Amazon. I'll throw the link up in the description. The price on this one, $400. Now before we get started, there's two questions that I want to answer. Number one, what's the difference between the Hero 6 and the Hero 7? And number two, should you buy the Hero 6 for $350 or should you spend that extra $50 and get the Hero 7? All right, first things first. What's the difference between the Hero 6 and the Hero 7? Now, there's a bunch of minor upgrades and a few major ones. I'll just focus on the major ones. Number one, you got hyper smooth stabilization. Now, GoPro claims that it's gimbal smooth. I've been using this all day. I wouldn't say it's gimbal smooth like the GoPro Karma, but it's a lot smoother than the GoPro 6. Number two, now you got 4K 60 frames per second. Number three, it's Apple Mfi Certified. So basically what that means, if you're pairing this up with the Gopro app and you're using an iOS device, it's going to work 10 times better. Now, I did test it out with Android and iOS. I'll tell you about how that worked out, but trust me, it works better with iOS. Next, you got hyperlapse video instead of photos. So what that means is, normally when you're taking a hyperlapse, it's taking a whole bunch of pictures and the computer's just going to stitch them together, and it looks nice. But now it's taking a whole bunch of videos and stitching them together. This way it's going to look better if you're moving. So if you're taking a hyperlapse shot in the car or riding your bike, it's going to look a lot better. Next, you got live streaming. Now, one downside about the live streaming, it's only 720p. I tested it out earlier. Everybody said my image quality looked like trash. So I wouldn't really buy it just for the live streaming, but that's a nice feature to have. Next, you can shoot video in portrait or landscape mode. Now, why would you want to shoot in portrait mode? Instagram TV. That's the only thing I can think of. Other than that, I can't really see the need for that, but it has it, and I'll show you what it looks like. Next, you got a new simple user interface. I'll show you how that looks too. It's a lot easier to use. And for me, finally, the biggest upgrade on this is the audio quality. The audio quality upgrade is worth the price. Which brings me to my second question. Should you buy the Hero 6 for $350 or should you get the Hero 7 for $400? Trust me when I tell you, get the Hero 7 for two reasons. Number one, the stabilization is a lot better. And number two, that audio quality. Now, I just put this in the box for dramatic effect, but I've been using it all day and you'll see the video at the end. Normally when I do car videos, I got to edit out the sound and put music on because the wind noise is so heavy, it's annoying. You can't even hear the video. I did the same thing today. I shot some car video. I'll show you how I did it. You could barely hear the wind noise. You can hear the turbo whistle. For me, that's worth the price. Now, if you're buying this camera to make videos and you're sitting somewhere like this in a quiet room, it's not going to matter. Audio quality is going to be good. But if you're mountain biking, skydiving, jet skiing, you're doing some kind of action sports, and it's a lot of wind noise, this is the one you want. You're not going to have to use that waterproof case. You can use the regular case. All right, so let's get into this. GoPro Hero 7 Black Edition. Let me zoom out a little. All right, so you got 12 megapixel photos, 4K 60 frames per second. It is water resistant up to 33 feet, and you got your live streaming at 720p. Here's all the accessories you get. Now, it works with Android and iOS. You can download the app. Like I said, it works better on iOS. That is MFI. Let's see, you got 12 megapixel still shots, 4K 60 frames per second, or 1080p 240. Water resistant to 33 feet. You still got voice commands. You got a touchscreen interface, 8x slow motion. You got GPS. You got HDR on your photos and videos. You got your hyper smooth stabilization and live streaming. All right, so here we go. $400. Let's see what you get inside. Now, shout out to White Shoes. She got the day off. All right, so this slides out just like that. Here's your camera. Just going to unscrew this. Here it is. Now we'll go over this in a second. You got an extra mount if you need that. Inside, let's see. You got your usual books and shit. Plug them and file them. You got your GoPro Troll stickers. More books and shit. There we go. Let's see what else you get. Now here's a battery. I already installed it in the camera. You get one sticky mount. You get a USB Type-C charging cable. And this is a thick cable. And another sticky mount. That's pretty much it. Now here's your outer shell, actually the case. Let's take this off. Now when I shot my video tonight, I used this case. no wind noise. I wouldn't say no wind noise, but you'll see it for yourself, and then go to some of my older GoPro videos or my older car videos. The wind noise is crazy. This one, it sounds amazing. This is my new camera right here. All right, let's look around the camera. Now it actually says black 7 on the side. Let's see, on one side, here's your power button. On the other side, you press this down, you open up this door. This is gonna be a USB Type-C charging slot, and you got a mini HDMI. Now this part comes off, which you're gonna need to take it off if you're using a Karma grip. So I'm just gonna leave it off. On the bottom, open this up. There's your micro SD card slot, and here's your removable battery. All right, so we'll slap this back in. On the top, here's your start and stop record. On the front, got your LCD display. It's not color. And there's your camera lens. All right, so let's power this up. Now this is how it's gonna look. Let me get a little wipe down. Now I can zoom in for this one. All right, so this is what's gonna look like. Here's your interface. So if you swipe down, you got all your controls. Looks a lot more simple. There's your connections, general, voice command. You got your input outputs. You can reset. I turn the voice commands off. Now you can actually zoom. You got video and loop-in video. All right, we're going through this on the fly. There's your time warp. Now time warp, that's their fancy term for hyperlapse. Okay, you got night and day. Let's exit out of this. Okay, I got no SD card in here. Let's swipe up from the bottom. All right, if you swiped up, it would have been your recently shot photos. All right, real quick now, let me just grab a phone. I'll show you how the app looks. All right, so before we take it to the app, let me show you a few different modes. You swipe over, there's your time lapse. You hit settings, change all your different settings. You got your resolution, your field of view, and your speed. Swipe over once, there's video. So now you got your resolution. You got 4K, 2.7, 1440, 960. You got your point of view, low light, stabilization, and your Pro Tune. Then you swipe over one more and you got your photos. Same settings. All right, so let's take it over to the GoPro app. And trust me when I tell you, if you got an iPhone or an iOS device, you're gonna love this new upgrade. Check this out. We'll open up the GoPro app. Let's power up the camera. Then we just hit connect. Look how fast that was. That might not seem like the fastest in the world, but anybody that has a GoPro Hero 6 or 5 or 4, you know the struggles of pairing it to your phone. You're going to have to put the password in, go to Wi-Fi, go to settings. If you turn the camera off and turn the phone back on, it's a whole nother struggle. Now it connects instantly every time. That is a major upgrade. Now from the app, let me show you side by side. I can switch to time lapse, back to video, back to photo, or I could go live. If I had any media, I can view it right from the phone. Let's take it over to settings. You can change your aspect ratio, resolution, everything right from the phone. Stabilization, voice control. You can delete all your files, check your battery level, and your SD card capabilities. Now, let me pause the video real quick. I got one more thing I want to show you. All right, so let me show you the 2 accessories that I use to make this video that you're getting ready to watch. First, we got the Gopro Bmw Mount. Now this is a must-have accessory for me. The footage comes out so dope. You get a low first-person view. This goes in either end of your bumper. All right, now I'll leave a link for this up in the description. I already reviewed it. This is a mandatory item for me. Now I know somebody's gonna ask, will this fit on anybody's tow hitch? Well, the answer is, I don't know. It all depends on the diameter. Find out your diameter, go to BMW's website. If it's the same size, it'll fit. And the second accessory I use, which is my favorite GoPro accessory, the GoPro Karma Grip. Now this is a gimbal. It's going to give you extra smooth video. All right, so let me set up this video that you're getting ready to see. I went to this car meet in Whitestone. It was kind of whack because the cops came and shut it down. So I was getting ready to leave and I bumped into one of my homies and we decided to take a cruise to Times Square in the city. Now I told him I was going to follow him so I could get some video footage. He has a Dynan M4 and trust me, when it comes to driving, he's about that life. Enjoy the footage.